मैं आप सभी से आग्रह करता हूँ एक बार ज़ोरदार तालियां हमारे नीलेश द्विवेदी जी, हमारे एनसीएल के एम्प्लॉय हैं, हमारे अपने स्टाफ हैं. Every arrangement that you are seeing has been done departmentally, and we have got out performers here. बहुत ही शानदार प्रस्तुति. और हमारे बीच हमारे जो अगला सत्र है उसके स्पीकर परमादरणीय श्री शिव खेड़ा साहब पधार चुके हैं, हमारे कैंपस में आ चुके हैं. इज गोइंग थ्रू द एग्जीबिशन, द मॉडल्स दैट हैव बीन डिस्प्लेड for SHRAM 2021, that is Singrauli annual HR meet, a first of its kind. I repeatedly say it again and again, it's a first of its kind in the energy capital of India. We inaugurated it the last morning with Very warm good evening to one and all. At the outset, I would like to once again have the privilege of welcoming Shri SHIV KHERA sir in the Singrauli HR Annual Meet 2021, that is SHRAM 2021, the annual HR conference being organized by Northern Coalfields Limited. And it's a pleasure indeed to have as the guest speaker for today's final session, Shri SHIV KHERA sir, a man who needs no introduction, a very renowned author, a motivational speaker, and I firmly believe that our life is going to transform after listening to him. But at the outset, I would like to introduce sir by a formal introductory video, and I request our team to kindly play the video.
Check.
Mr. SHIV KHERA is an author, educator, business consultant, and a much sought-after motivational speaker of the nation. He inspires and encourages individuals to realize their true potential. He has taken his dynamic personal messages to across the globe from the US to Singapore. His 40 years of research and understanding has put millions of people on the paths of growth and fulfillment. Over 8 million copies of his books have been sold globally, including his international bestseller, You Can Win, in 21 languages. World-renowned organizations like Lufthansa, HP, HSBC, Nestle, Mercedes, Johnson & Johnson are some of his clients. Tens of thousands have been benefited from his dynamic workshops internationally in over 20 countries, and millions have heard him as a keynote speaker over different platforms. Mr. KHERA is the brand ambassador of Roundtable Foundation. He has also been honored by the Lions International and Rotary International. His famous trademark is, "Winners don't do different things, they do things differently." He is delivering a motivational lecture on winning in SHRAM 2021.
Before I invite sir on the dais to address us all, I would like to request our Director Technical Operations, Dr. Anindya Sinha sir, to kindly come up on the dais and welcome him sir with a floral bouquet, shawl and shriffle as a mark of respect from the entire HR fraternity and Northern Coalfields Limited. And I am very happy to announce that our CMD sir has also joined us through web link mode. He is connected and our directors are all present here. We also have delegates from various companies attending this lecture of Shri SHIV KHERA sir. Thank you, sir. Now I request Shri SHIV KHERA sir to kindly come up on the dais and address us all. I would not be taking much of your time. I would directly invite sir to kindly address us all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Well, I'll speak right from there. Thank you. Good evening, folks. Folks, could I request all of you to get your mobile, please, in your hands? Get your mobile up like this, please. Everybody, get your mobile up like this. Please get your mobile up. Everybody, one and all. Okay, everybody get your mobile, especially all the directors here. Okay, now switch off your mobiles, please. Please switch off your mobiles. Folks, let me ask you, if you came to my place and if I kept my mobile on, would it be courteous to you people? Hello? Would it be courteous to you people? Okay, let's practice courtesy both sides. Kindly switch off. Okay. All right, with that out of the way, folks, whenever I see an HR conference, HR, and a lot of ladies up there, one time, there was a young man traveling in a bus. And next to him, there was a young lady who was wearing her wedding band in the wrong finger. So after some time, he couldn't hold himself. He asked the ma'am, "Tell me, why do you wear your wedding band in the wrong finger?" She said, "I married the wrong man." Folks, she might have married the wrong man, but I'm in the right place. I am in the right place. I noticed for the past couple of days, you've gone through a lot of technical sessions, talked of technology, appraisals, and bunch of things. Folks, and highly qualified people. I must get something out of the way right up front. Folks, I'm not that educated. My academics are, I'm a BCom 3rd division, I failed in my 10th. That's it. That's my academics. I want to get this out of the way. One. Now, I do have a lot of connection with a coal field because we had coal mines in India, close to 1,000 people working. And the government took over, they got nationalized. So I can relate to the coal field very well. Now, I didn't create the mines, I inherited them. And right from being a mine owner, we came on the street. Sir, kindly switch off, please. We came on the street. Street means street. Some people had money, our family did not. My father had died when I was just about finishing college, and we were left with the liabilities, and the assets were gone. And I was married just 4 weeks then. Some of you are calculating my age, but that's your problem. Folks, I remember a year later my daughter was born, and I sold some of the last pieces of my mother's jewelry to get a release from the hospital. I did not have $10 to buy milk that night. So I have gone through that time. I tried my hands on 3 businesses with no money, and I failed in all 3. How do you like that? Finally, November 13, 1975, I left India. Went to US, initially went to Toronto, and we rented a 1-bedroom place. We were sleeping on the floor. Had no furniture. And I started life with a bucket in my hand, washing cars door to door. For about 1.5 years, I was washing cars on the street. Folks, went on like this for 1.5 years. To supplement my income, I started selling vacuum cleaners in the evening door to door. So daytime I was washing cars, evening time I was demoing vacuum cleaners door to door. And every demo I used to do, I used to get paid $5. So I used to go knock doors in an apartment, and when the lady or the man used to open, I used to say, "Sir, you don't have to buy the vacuum cleaner. All that you got to do is take a demo and I'll get paid $5. So some people took pity, let me come in. Some people kicked me out, and some people slammed the door on my face. That was fine. One day, I was doing a demo in an Indian family's home. The man and woman were sitting on the sofa and I was on the floor. This man, instead of looking at the vacuum cleaner, he kept looking at me all the time. So I asked him, "Sir, did I do something wrong?" He said, "No." I said, "Then why do you look at me this way?" He asked me, "Shiv, have you ever sold life insurance?" I said, "What kind of question is this? I'm demoing vacuum cleaners here." I said, "No, I have never sold life insurance, and I never will, because I remember back home in India, that agent, that pest, who used to come to my place, who would not leave my life for 3 hours till I signed the application. No wonder they call them life insurance agents. They don't leave your life." I said, "I will never in my life be that pest." He said, "No, Shiv, it doesn't work that way here. Look at me. I'm a life insurance agent. Look at my lifestyle. I drive a Lincoln." Now, later on, I came to know he was working for MetLife. And MetLife had a recruitment drive going on. If you recruited a new salesperson, you would get a Samsonite briefcase. So I was the briefcase. I said, "Thank you, but no thank you." But when you cannot go straight, you go the other way around. We were living in the same building, and somehow his wife became friendly with my wife and convinced her that selling life insurance was the right thing to do. And my wife also knew we couldn't go through life washing cars. I had a family to support. And my wife also knew my failure record in life was pretty good. Well, she said, "Why don't you sell life insurance?" I said, "I'm not interested. I'm not selling life insurance. I will not be that pest." Well, anyway, she said, "To sell life insurance, you gotta take an exam. Why don't you take the exam? And if you pass, you have a choice. Right now you have no." I said, "All right, I'll take the exam, but I won't sell." Folks, I took the exam, and guess what? I passed. And this guy took me to his office, introduced me to his district manager, who was a very sharp elderly man by the name of Joe Bonney. And he says, "Congratulations." And he said, "I'll make you an offer and I'll give you time to think." He said, "If you become a life insurance agent right now, I'll give you a draw of $150 a week." And he says, "You have time to decide before I withdraw the offer." He said, "You got 30 seconds. I said, "Joe, you said you'll give me time to think." He said, "Now you have 20 left. I said, "I'll take it." And now I became a life insurance agent, which I never in my life ever wanted to be. They gave me the book, gave me a little training, and they said, "Boy, go sell. Go sell." And for the next 3 months, I went out selling. And I put in 100%. Why 100%? I put in 200%. We all can tell when we've done our best. We all can tell when we've not done our best. I can look at the mirror and say, "I did my best." And guess what? Sir, I broke the company's record. Well, wait till you find out which record I broke. How many sales I made? Almost none. So my manager called me right back. And he said, I have seen some slow starts in my life, but I have never seen one like you. And he said to me, don't come back tomorrow, you're fired. Don't come back tomorrow. You are fired. I said, wait a minute, Joe. Before you fire me, at least hear me out. I said, I'm not an educated person. I'm a BCom 3rd division. I failed in my 10th. That's my academics. How do you expect performance out of me? Folks, that day, somebody spoke very harshly to me, and I'm glad he did. And later on, I realized it was not anger, it was concern. And here's what he said to me. He said, you shut up and listen to me. By the way, he didn't say this politely. He really said hard. You shut up and listen to me. And he said, you don't have a handicap, you have a bad attitude. And he said, it is people like you who not only ruin their own lives, but they also ruin their family's life too. People like you do that. And he said, leave my office. Folks, that day I left his office. But I left with one thing in mind. That shut up did a great job for me. That was the best thing that could have ever happened to me in my life. You know why? Because till then, I kept failing all my life and kept blaming the whole world for my failure, not realizing that I was my own biggest problem. Nothing changed outside, something changed inside here, and the direction in my life changed. Folks, let me ask you, many times in life, aren't we our own biggest problem? Aren't we? Yes, no. And I went back to my manager and I said, Joe, give me one more shot. Give me one more shot. Folks, right around that time, there was a program by Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, the man who wrote the book Power of Positive Thinking. I'm sure you heard the name. He was coming to town, and I went in, bought the ticket. I had no money. I borrowed money. I think it was $39, and I didn't have 39 bucks. So I went and attended Dr. Norman Vincent Peale's program. There were close to 1,000 people. I was one of them. And Dr. Peale came in on the stage, and he looked the entire audience, 1,000 people, with such confidence. But you know something, folks? That confidence had humility in it. Folks, would you agree with me? Confidence without humility amounts to arrogance. Are you with me? Yes, no. That confidence had humility. And the way he spoke, he was only 5'1", maybe 2 with shoes. He was 85 years of age. The day he spoke that day, I changed the definition of height. Folks, you never measure height neck down. You always measure height neck up. Are you with me? साहब किसी की गर्दन ना किसी का इंसान को नापना हो कद का, it is not neck down, it is neck up. And are you comfortable with English, folks, all of you? Okay. And Dr. Peel looked at everybody and he said, you people appear so cool, calm, comfortable. It appears nobody has a problem here. And then he asked, does anybody have a problem here? Now, who doesn't have a problem? Everybody. So everybody raised their hand. We all have problems. And then after Dr. Peel asked, how many people would like to get rid of their problems? Again, everybody raised their hand. And then Dr. Peel said, while I was coming here, I came across a place where I saw some people lying down, all stretched out, totally relaxed, comfortable. They had no problem whatsoever. How many people would like to know where that place is? Everybody raised their hand. And then Dr. Peel said, 2 blocks away from here, there is a cemetery. 200 गज दूर यहाँ से एक शमशान घाट है. 2 blocks away from here, there is a cemetery. There are people lying there, all stretched out, comfortable, totally relaxed. They have no problem whatsoever. Then he asked, how many people would like to get rid of their problem? Nobody raised their hand. Everybody put their hand in their pocket. And then Dr. Peel said that day, remember, problem is a sign of life. So long as we are alive, we shall have problems. The day we don't have problems, we'll be dead. And when you're running short of problems, watch out. He might be calling you faster. That is the time to get on your knees and pray to God. Have you stopped trusting me anymore? Send me some problems. But that day, folks, Dr. Peel gave a prayer which is called the Serenity Prayer. And folks, for the past 45 years, I have never left my home without this prayer. And I've come across lots of adverse situations, and this prayer has helped me tremendously. ये मेरा पानी है भाई? नहीं, that's all right. Okay, this is good. क्या है भाई? अच्छा चलिए ठीक है. चलिए, कोई बम तो नहीं ना भाई. बाकी ठीक है यार. चलिए. See, folks, that day he gave this prayer which is called the Serenity Prayer, and I will repeat twice, once in English and once in Hindi. It is so powerful, it's amazing. And the prayer goes this way: God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, and courage to change the things that I can, and wisdom to know the difference what I can and what I cannot. I repeat one more time. It says, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, and courage to change the things that I can, and wisdom to know the difference what I can and what I cannot. परमात्मा मुझे संतुलन दो, जो मैं बदल नहीं सकता आपकी सौगात समझ के स्वीकार करूं, और अगर बदल सकता हूं तो मुझे इतनी हिम्मत और हौसला दो कि मैं उसे बदल दूं, और इतनी सुबुद्धि दो कि उनमें फर्क बता सकूं, क्या बदल सकता हूं और क्या मैं नहीं बदल सकता. Now, if you analyze this little prayer, in my opinion, it is the gist of life. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. Let me ask you, Do we have control on everything in this world? Can we change everything the way we want it? Can we manipulate things to suit ourselves in this world? Yes, no? Answer is no. There are many things beyond us, such as, I didn't choose my parents, neither did you. I didn't decide where I was going to be born, and neither did you. If this is my height and the color of my skin, there's nothing I can do about it. Granted, there are people who are born deformed. And sometimes bad things do happen to good people for no fault of their own. What wrong did they do? Who knows? It says very clearly, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. If I can't change, let me accept it graciously, not grudgingly. Because many times in life, we keep fighting the things we just cannot change, and we bring stress into our lives, we become paralyzed, and we become unproductive. Are you with me? Totally unproductive. And it says, if I can change, then give me the guts to do it. And wisdom to know what I can and what I cannot. So when I wrote my new book, kitab kahan bhai? When I wrote my new book, You Can Achieve More, मेरे को ललित का कागज निकाल के दिखाना. This was launched 2 years ago in London. I took this thought and took it 2 steps forward. And in this book, if I exercise every day, I have chosen to invite good health, haven't I? If I eat too much every day, I have chosen to be obese, haven't I? And hear this, if I tell lies, I have chosen to lose my credibility, haven't I? Hello? And if I tell the truth, I have chosen to be a credible person, haven't I? Folks, life is full of choices. Now hear this, folks. We are all free to the point of choice, but after we make our choices, the choice controls the chooser. We have no more choice. Folks, hear this carefully. We are all free to the point of choice, but after we make our choices, the choice controls the chooser. We have no more choice. Now, how is life full of compromises? It is well said. We cannot choose the cards that are dealt to us. What we can choose is how we play the game. We cannot choose the cards that are dealt to us. What we can choose is how we play the game. Folks, sometimes nature gives us a lemon. Choice is ours. Do we cry or do we make lemonade? That's a choice. Now, sometimes, in fact, more so the press people, they ask me, Mr. Khera, people who succeed in life, don't they make mistakes? And people who fail, don't they do positive things in life? Here is my answer. Folks, people who succeed in life, they do make mistakes. But remember, making a mistake once in a while does not make you a failure. Repeating the same mistake again and again is what brings failure. Are you with me? And doing something positive once in a while does not bring success either. Repeating the same positive behavior again and again is what brings success. Folks, what is success? Series of positive decisions in life is called success, and series of negative decisions in life is called failure. That's about it. Now, when I attended Dr. Peel's program, I went back to my manager and I said, Joe, give me one more shot. I'm a different guy. I understood problem is a sign of life. And he said, okay, one last shot I'll give you. Folks, after that, I started hitting $1 million policies and moved on to the US, got into 3 businesses. I bought out a company out of California in 1984, started the New Jersey operation with no clients, and I sold my company with close to 500 clients for a decent sum. Folks, that's my 45, 46 years of life. Now, don't get me wrong. The last 46 years have not been that easy. They've been very tough. Now, folks, we have this little quote which says, winners don't do different things, they do things differently. So many times people ask me, what do they do differently? So my answer is, winners form the habit of doing things losers don't like to do. I repeat, winners form the habit of doing things losers don't like to do. And what are the things losers don't like to do? They're the same things winners don't like to do either, but they do it anyway. See, folks, losers don't like to get up in the morning. Winners don't like to get up in the morning either, but they get up anyway. See, losers don't like to work hard. Sir, winners don't like to work hard either, but they work hard anyway. Yes, no. आप बहुत कम जोर से मेहनत करना, मैं नहीं करना चाहता, लेकिन करता हूं. Hello. See, losers don't like to work hard. Winners don't like to work hard either, but they work hard anyway. They form the habit of doing things losers don't like to do, and they're the same things. I would love to take a vacation at this time rather than working hard. Oh, come on. But you still work hard. Folks, I repeat, when we were growing up, we were little kids. Do you remember our parents said one thing? Form good habits and habits form characters. Yes, no. Hello? Form good habits and habits form characters. Because 90% of our behavior is habitual. We don't think, we just act. And if we have positive habits, we are a positive character. If we have negative habits, we are a negative character. And good habits are hard to come by, but they're easy to live with. Bad habits come easy, but they're hard to live with. And before we got the habits got us. Yes, no. Before we got the habit has got us. Right, sir? Folks, आपने कितनी बार ये सुना होगा साहब इसकी तो किस्मत ही अच्छी है साहब, ये तो मिट्टी को हाथ लगाता है सोना हो जाती है। हैव यू हर्ड दैट? इसकी किस्मत खराब है साहब, ये तो सोने को हाथ लगाता है। सब इस बात में सर बहुत सच्चाई है। बताऊं क्यों? जिसको किस्मत कहते हैं ना, जिसको कहते हैं कि साहब ये तो मिट्टी को हाथ लगाता है सोना हो जाती है, go analyze their life, analyze every transaction in their life, and you will find the positive behavior has become habitual. Every time they do it right. It happens right. Their reflexes move right. It happens right. It is habitual, automatic. Because if we have to think to do the right thing, we can never do it right. Hello? If we have to think to do the right thing, we can never do it right. It must come automatic. And the person we call unlucky, every time he touches gold becomes dirt. Analyze their life, analyze every transaction in their life, you will find the negative behavior has become habitual. Every time they do it, they just do it wrong. It happens wrong. Their reflexes move wrong. साहब मैं आपको एक नहीं 100 उदाहरण दे सकता हूं अभी इस टाइम. Anybody involved in martial art in life? Folks, in martial art, when you start with a white belt and the yellow and the orange, the green, the purple, the brown, the black belt, 5 years later, even after you get your black belt, they're practicing what? They're practicing the same thing what they learn in the white belt. And what is that? Block punch, block punch, block punch. 5 years later, they're doing same thing, block punch, block punch, block punch. You know why? The teacher wants to get the block and punch into reflex action. Why? Because the teacher realizes if the student is ever in a street fight, सड़क पे इसका झगड़ा हो जाए, if he has to think to block and punch, ये पिट के आएगा साहब. A martial arts student never has to think to block and punch. Their reflexes move. दूर क्यों जाते हो? यहाँ पे anybody from the defense services? Folks, in the defense services, go check out all over the world. 70% of the career goes in what? In simulation of warfare. Simulation of warfare. What is simulation? They play war games as if there's a real war going on right now. Why? They want to bring it to reflex. Why? Because they realize when there's a real war, if they have to think to fight a war, do you think they can ever fight a war? Never. Folks, why am I talking all this? We need to get positive behavior into reflex action. Folks, आपने ये कहावत सुनी है? Practice makes perfect. Have you heard this? How many believe it's true? Raise your hand, please, all the way. Okay, everybody incorrect answer. All of you give the wrong answer. Folks, hear this carefully. I'm not playing on words. Charles, think about it. Practice does not make perfect. Practice only makes permanent whatever we practice. Only perfect practice makes perfect. Some people keep practicing their mistakes and they become perfect in making mistakes. I'm not playing on words here. Folks, I just shared with you, in martial art, these young kids, when they start learning martial art, they want to hit hard. And at that time, the teacher said, son, go slow. Go slow. Why? First, learn the right form. Speed will come later. If your form is incorrect, that will become permanent. And then if you have speed, you'll fracture your own hand. See, practice does not make perfect. Practice only makes permanent whatever you practice. आपको एक छोटा सा उदाहरण देता हूं. There's a company with a Swiss collaboration. They're my clients. तो उनके CEO का फोन आया to their counterpart from Switzerland, and they called me and they said, Mr. Khera, can you do some sales training for our people? मैंने कहा, भाई, let me check your people first, then I'll tell you what it is. So I checked, I called up the CEO and I said, sir, your people don't need sales training. They need basic training in courtesy, etiquette, manners, integrity. He said, what? I said, yes, sir. I said, your people don't need sales training. They need basic training in courtesy, etiquette, manners, integrity. He said, what does that mean? I said, many of your salespeople have appointments. They're running late. They don't even have the courtesy to call and say, I'm sorry, I'm running late. And time to call is when? Before you got late or after you got late? Hello? Hello? Before. And they walk in late and they don't even have the courtesy to say, I'm sorry I kept you waiting. And then, if they call, you know what they say? I'm stuck in traffic. I am stuck in traffic. Now, don't get me wrong. Traffic has become a real problem all over the world. That is true. But many times, they leave only 5 minutes before the appointment. And they blame it on? Hello? They don't have the guts and integrity to say, I'm sorry, sir, I did start late. I apologize. Hello? And you know something? Only the first lie is difficult. Second becomes easier. Third becomes easier. Fourth becomes easier. Fifth becomes easier. And the sixth becomes easier. And very soon, you are dealing with a chronic liar who is a bloody rascal. Are you with me? And tell me, if this is the starting point, tell me, how long do you think this relationship will last? Hello? How long will it last? Tell me the example that I shared with you. And this guy keeps telling little lies. And you know what he justifies? This little lie. When the big one comes, I'll tell the truth. You practice enough little lies in your life. When the big one comes, what happens? You end up telling a big lie. Hello? Take this home. Practice does not make perfect. What have you practiced? Many times people say, this is a little thing, when the big one comes, I'll show courage. You practice cowardice, enough little things in life. When the big one comes, what happens? You end up being a big coward. People, I'll show courage when the big one, what are you talking? Folks, if there's only one take home tonight, only one take home tonight, we need to be very clear what are we talking. And here one more thing. Folks, people who lie also steal. Hello? Don't get shocked. This is true. People who lie also steal. I was doing a program in Bombay many years ago at the Lalit Hotel at the airport. Folks, next to my bed, there was a digital clock. And hear this, folks. Next to the digital clock, it says alarm clock instruction, but next to the digital clock, there was this sign hanging there. Charles, what does it say, sir?
The clock is hotel property.
Next to the clock, this big sign was hanging there, and it says one more time.
This clock is hotel property.
This clock is hotel property. Now tell me one thing. I came to your coal field here. Are you going to tell me this glass is Coal India property? This is Coal India property. This is coal. Do you have to tell me that? Am I stupid? Why are they writing this? This clock is hotel property. And there was a very nice vase. It said, this vase is hotel property. Sir, why they put this sign there? Hello?
Must have been losing.
Sorry?
Must have been, people have been taking away the clocks.
By mistake? By mistake?
By habit. By habit of stealing.
Yeah. Now tell me something, sir. The person who's staying there is paying $500 a night. 20,000 bucks, 25,000 bucks. Is he poor?
No.
But the guy packs up cutleries, crockeries, linens, and you know, when he comes home, he tells his kid, I collect souvenirs. This rascal ought to be in jail. Are you with me? Actually, he's teaching his son to be a thief. Are you with me? Practice does not make perfect. Practice only makes permanent whatever you practice. I bet many people can relate to such things, which is sad. Folks, इसमें वो निकाल के रखा क्या? Folks, let me share with you. There was a survey done which said 40% of thefts and pilferages in most organizations are done by their own employees. 40%. And one more. Gallup did a survey which said 63% of people who go to work, they're disengaged. Means they don't do their job. and additional 24% are actively disengaged. You know what it means? They make sure that others also don't do their job. That only leaves 13% of people who go to work actually do work. This is a global survey. You can Google it. Whoever your HR director is, you can Google it, check it out. Only 13% of people who go to work actually do work. Tell me, is this not an integrity issue? Is this not an integrity issue? Folks, when I was selling life insurance, I was on 100% commission. I wouldn't get paid if I didn't sell, and I had no money anyway. But I saw there were some people in my office who were getting salaries, but they were not doing the job. And that is where I learned the difference between making money versus earning money. That's where I learned 46 years ago. Making money is criminal. Earning money is spiritual. Are you with me? Making money is criminal. Earning money is spiritual, which says wages without work amounts to stealing. Now, folks, when we talk of values and integrity, let me qualify to you, I am not 24 karat pure. Hello? I am not 24 karat pure. And I don't know of any human being who is 24 karat pure. But would you agree with me? There is a big difference between 22 karat and 8 karat. Yes, no. Now, does that mean I'm happy to remain 22 karat? No, no. You keep striving to move on. Now, I'll share with you an example. We all have temptation in life. Remember, honesty is not absence of temptation. Honesty is overcoming temptation. Courage is not absence of fear. It is overcoming fear. To fight. Now, let me share. We had a client who enrolled into our leadership programs, and they were to pay us $79,000. But by mistake, ma'am, by mistake, they paid us how many million?
I need my spec.
Oh, you need. Okay.
Just a minute.
Let's move. Okay, doesn't matter. Let's go. See, they were to pay $79,000, but by mistake, they paid how many?
11 million.
Say it one more time.
11 million.
By mistake, they credited account with 11 million. Now, that's not bad. Yeah? 11 billion bucks came into our account. Now, we're a small companies, and our accountant checks out every couple of days our balance. So he came in, looked at the account, and he saw 11 million bucks. He walks into my office and he says, so and so by mistake. And by the way, I have mentioned the name of the company also, where it came from, and acknowledgement letter from their CEO. So, by mistake, they sent extra money here, 11 million. So he asked me, what should we do with this money? Now tell me, folks, doesn't he know what is to be done with the money? Why is he asking me? You know why? He's checking my integrity. Are you with me? He's checking my integrity. And I'm glad. So I asked him, I said, sir, I don't live in India. I do travel a lot. What if I'm not here? And if something like this happens, what would you do? What am I doing? I'm now checking his integrity. Now, they didn't know about it. So I said, first thing you need to do is inform them that by mistake they sent that money. It's a lot of money. So when we informed them, there was panic on the other side. It's a $1 billion company, but 11 million is 11 million. Frantically, they started calling our manager, everybody. We said, look, we just told you 10 minutes ago, we need to just type out a letter and give it to our bank. It takes 10 minutes. And the money will be, it doesn't, by the way, it doesn't take more than 10 minutes to reverse this amount. No more. After the money got reversed, the account got credited. We asked them, why were you panicked when we are the one who informed you? They said, well, in this part of the world, the legal system doesn't work. Nothing works. You could get that out from that account, put it anywhere, and there's nothing we can do. We'll keep chasing you for the rest of our life. We can't get it. Legal system doesn't work. And he said, we were wondering if we will ever get the money, when we will get the money, who knows. And besides, he said the amount involved was a little on the higher side. So our manager wrote them a letter that, look, all our programs are based on integrity, and we make it a point to practice in our office also. And integrity does not change with the amount involved. Because if it changes with the amount involved, it only means you have no integrity, your price is different. Are you with me? You have no integrity, your price is different. And now, ma'am, you got your specs now? This is a letter that came from them. Just read only 2 lines, no more. You see, just here.
We wish to acknowledge we have received back the excess amount mistakenly transferred by our bankers to your account, and thank you and the entire SHIV KHERA team for the prompt action.
They're saying mistakenly transferred by our bankers to you, whatever that is none of our business. But the point is, the company's name is written right here, and the signature of the person who received the money back right here. Folks, as I share with you, none of us is perfect, and I'm not 24 karat pure. And I don't know of any human being who is. But I just want to share with you one important thing, and that is, how do we teach wrong values within our families and within our organizations? And after that, I'm just looking at my time. I didn't realize I've already gone over an hour. How much time do I have? Is it, I think, 90 minutes they said, or what? I'm not sure. Charles, how much time do I have, sir? 90 minutes. Okay, so I'll make sure we'll wind up by then. Folks, how do we teach strong values within our families, within our organizations? We took some decisions about 45 years ago, and we have lived by them. A phone call comes into our office. I can't take the call. My staff will not lie. A creditor calls, we had to pay some money. We didn't send the check for whatever reason, oversight or cash flow reason. Our staff will not lie and say the check is in the mail. And they act surprised too. You never got it? Well, how could you get it when you never sent it? Folks, let me ask you, if I teach my staff to lie for me, a day will come when they will lie. Then they will lie to me too. And only the first lie is difficult. Second becomes easier. Third becomes easier. Fourth becomes easier. Now, this is one component in the offices which I have lots of clients overseas within India. Very commonly practiced, you find this kind of behavior. But anyway, but remember one thing, folks, every time we do something wrong like lying, stealing, cheating, even if no one is watching, we fall down a little bit in our own eyes. Are you with me? And whenever we do something positive in life, even if no one is watching, we rise a little bit in our own eyes. That is your own self-esteem. Now, I hope you would agree with me that children are not born liars. Would you agree with me, folks? Yes, no. They learn. A child is this big, never lied. Phone rings, child goes running, and they ask, is daddy home? And kid says, of course, daddy's right there. And he goes running to daddy, he says, daddy, phone for you. What did you say, son? I said, dad's home. Son, I don't want to talk to him. Go tell him I'm not here. But daddy, you are. I know, go tell him I'm not here, but daddy, you are. I know, go tell him I'm not here, but daddy, you are. When he says the third time, daddy says, are you going or should I teach you a little lesson? Now remember, kid is this big and daddy is huge. First time in life, size counts. Size counts. So daddy says, are you going or should I teach you a little lesson? Kid says, okay, daddy, take it easy, relax, I'm going. On his way back, this kid's enthusiasm goes down. He doesn't want to answer the phone, but he has no choice. Size counts. And he wants to get rid of the call. And quickly, since he has never lied to date, by mistake, truth comes out. And he picks up the phone and says, daddy says daddy's not home. Bang, he hangs up the phone. After he hangs up, daddy heard that one. And daddy says, come here, I got to teach you a little lesson. So daddy gives a nice little knock on the head. Now the brain comes into the socket. Now the kid says, daddy, no more confusion. Now you watch me. Now I'll teach you. Now I'll teach you now. So next time the phone rings, kid goes running again. Is daddy home? What does the kid say? I'll check. I'll check. What are you going to check? Goes running to daddy. Says, daddy, phone for you. What did you say? I said, I'll check. Daddy says, good boy. Daddy says, good boy. Now, folks, hear this carefully. The next sentence that I'm going to say, you heard for the last many years, many months, all kinds of conferences, you heard techniques and all kinds of stuff. But the next sentence that you hear is the greatest management principle you will ever hear in your life. And that is, which says, any behavior that gets rewarded gets repeated. Any behavior that gets rewarded gets repeated. Now, good boy is a reward. Child feels good to tell lies. What is he building? Not self-esteem, pseudo-self-esteem. He feels good to do bad. And kid says, before daddy says a word, kid says, daddy, you don't have to talk to him. I'll just tell him you're not here. No, I want to talk to him. Before daddy says a word, the kid is ready to lie for daddy. And right from childhood, this kid is learning to tell little lies. And by the time the kid becomes an adult, what has he practiced? Telling lies. And every time the kid lies, he falls down a little bit in his own eyes. And when he grows up, he can tell lies without feeling guilty. What has he practiced? Telling lies. He has perfected the art of telling lies. And a day will come when he will sell his mother for $2. I repeat, he will sell his mother for $2. Why do I say he will sell his mother for $2? Folks, the Bombay blast judgments are in. Go check up the site on CVC. 250 odd people were either killed or injured in Bombay blast. Check out, are you aware that the RDX was cleared through immigration and customs, escorted to site by people in uniform? Money exchange was 20 lakhs. Check up, these figures are at CVC. What kind of person would sell their country like this? People with low self-esteem. And you and I think little lies don't matter. You know something? These little lies breed traitors in our homes. These little lies breed traitors in our homes. And that's a fact. He'll sell his mother for $2. Folks, you know, as parents, how we mess up our own kids. There is a father who has 2 kids, one 10-year-old, the other 6-year-old. And he goes to the state park. And right before the ticket counter, he sees a sign, kids under 5 go free. Guess what? He tells his 6-year-old boy, son, Charles, if this guy asks your age, son, you are 5:45. Are you with me? We teach our kids to lie for $2. The same kid will lie for 200 million. They will sell for mother for $2. And look at this. But how some parents teach positive values. Another dad who has 2 kids, one 10, the other 6, goes to the same park and sees the same sign. And he tells the ticket seller, give me 1 adult and 2 tickets for children. So the ticket seller asked, how old is the young one? He said, he's 6-year-old. And the ticket seller says, sir, if you had not given me his age, he could have easily passed for under 5. And I could have never in my life come to know. You know what the father said? You will never come to know, but my son would know. You will never know, but my son would know. Folks, I was telling Vivek, the gentleman who brought me here. Where's Vivek? He's the gentleman who brought me from the airport, and I was sharing with him. Vivek, what was I sharing with you? Folks, let me close this program with 2 things, only 2 things. You're all leaders here. Pretty much all of you are leaders here. And I've been doing leadership training for the past 35 years now with many Fortune 100 companies, Lufthansa, Johnson & Johnson. I've learned one thing in my life, that a good leader takes a stand for something and takes a stand against something. A good leader is never neutral. If you're neutral, you're a politician. Are you with me? A good leader is never neutral. They take a stand for something, take a stand against something. Once it so happened, this second last, just remind me of the last one I'll close this with. I was doing a program for a few thousand people. As I finished, one man from the audience came up and he asked me, Mr. Khera, are you a Gandhian? Are you a Gandhian? So I learned one lesson, that before you answer a question, 1, clarify the question. 2, sometimes the best answer to a question is a question. ठीक है साहब? So I asked him, sir, can you qualify a Gandhian to me? How do you define a Gandhian? And what are the principles of being a Gandhian? So he thought, and he said, Gandhi believed in 3 principles. 1, Gandhi believed that with love, you can win everybody. साहब प्यार से आप सारी दुनिया को जीत सकते हो. This is what Gandhi believed in, first principle. Number two, second principle Gandhi believed in was tolerance. बहुत tolerant होना चाहिए आपको. Third principle Gandhi believed in, non-violence. Non-violence. Three principles of Gandhi. And then again he looks me into the eye and he asked me, are you a? I don't know what came to my mind. I said, I've been living in the US for the past 45 years, but I'm an Indian. And as an Indian, we respect. Now the three principle that you said of Gandhi, one, with love you can win everybody. Was Ram able to win everybody with love? No. Answer is no. So Ram failed. Number two, you said tolerance. Did Ram say, I'm a very tolerant guy, you kidnap my wife, it's okay, I'll get a second one? You kidnap a second one, I'll get a third one, kidnap a third one, I'll get a fourth. Did he say that? He said, no, I don't tolerate kidnappers. So Ram was not tolerant of kidnappers. Hello? Are you with me, sir? So I said, Ram failed the second test. Third, you said non-violence. I said, tell me, what did Ram do? He pulled out a weapon and he killed the evil and he slaughtered him. That was violence. Hello? Even for self-defense, that was violence. So I said, Ram was not a Gandhian. And I said, did Ram say I'm neutral? Did Ram say, let's negotiate? Let's meet halfway, let's compromise? He said, no compromise. So I said, that means Ram was not a Gandhian. I said, why go that far? Go through our scriptures. The 10th Sikh Guru, when the Mughals were forcibly converting people at that time, Guru Gobind Singh Sahib, what did he do? Was he able to win with love? No. Did he say, I will tolerate your terrorism? He said, no. Did he pull out his weapon? Answer is, yes. He fought. So I said, he was not a Gandhian either. And none of them said, I'm neutral. None of them said, I'm compromised. They took a stand for something and they took a stand against something. Are you with me? And I looked at him and I said, sir, look at me very clearly. I am not a Gandhian. I'm not a Gandhian. Okay? Get that very clear in your head. And folks, last item. I just want to mention here. Folks, one thing that has hurt our society real bad is superstition. See, folks, if you want to rise up in life, we need to accept responsibility. Yes, no. We need to accept responsibility. We cannot blame. Folks, one of the biggest damage done to India has been done by our media, print media, or the electronic media. Folks, keep in mind, I respect sentiments. And let me share with you, I'm going to share with you what Vivekanand, Swami Dayanand, Guru Nanak, where they came from. And here is what it is. Anytime you turn the TV on, what do you see? there is horoscope. All you see is horoscope. And there is a Babaji wearing Guruji, Maharaj, Swamiji, and wearing saffron or white clothes and 3 tilaks here and 3 tilaks here. And he's got a laptop in front. And he's asking, naam bolo, kahan se bol rahe ho bolo, janam tithi bolo, or janam time bolo. Guruji malum nahi, don't worry, abhi nikal leta hu. Then he has a laptop. Then he does tick, 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 tick. And he says, तुम्हारे पे राहु चढ़ा हुआ है, केतु चढ़ा हुआ है, दूसरा तीसरे के घर में बैठा हुआ है, तीसरा चौथे के घर में बैठा हुआ है. And he says, चौथा पांचवें घर में बैठा है. फिर मंगलिक 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 हो गया, मंगलिक मंगलिक मंगलिक. अरे मंगलिक. Then he says, उतारने का उपाय. बोले केले के पेड़ से शादी करा दो. अरे केले पेड़, अरे पीपल के पेड़ से शादी करा दो. And then he says, शनि चढ़ गया, शनि चढ़ गया, शनि चढ़ गया. Now the guy sees scared, शनि चढ़ गया. बोले उतारने का उपाय, एक काम करो, एक काला रुमाल लो, उसमें काली दाल डालो, फिर काला काजल लगाओ, फिर काले बाल वाला खोजो, 7 बारी खोपड़ी घुमाओ, फिर काला कुत्ता खोजो, फिर काला बर्तन खोजो. And people are doing it today. साहब मैं आपसे एक बात, छोटी सी बात पूछना चाहता हूं. सर, शनि को उतारना चढ़ाना, उतारना चढ़ाना, उतारना चढ़ाना इतना आसान है, तो यार भेजो शनि को पाकिस्तान, सारे टेररिस्ट को मरवा दो ना यार, काम खत्म कराओ. अगर शनि को उतारना चढ़ाना इतना आसान है, तो यार शनि को भेजो लद्दाख, चाइना से लड़वा दो ना यार, क्यों नहीं करवाते. सर मैं आपसे एक बात पूछना चाहता हूं कि शनि परमानेंटली इंडिया में क्यों रहता है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया कभी नहीं गया. वाई शनि सर न्यूजीलैंड क्यों नहीं जाता सर, कभी सोचा है जिंदगी में. इंडिया में बैठा है परमानेंटली, यहीं पे बैठा है. सब आप हंस रहे हो, आप स्वामी विवेकानंद की जीवनी पढ़ो, स्वामी दयानंद की जीवनी पढ़ो, गुरु नानक की जीवनी पढ़ो. They never believed in all these things in life. Never. सर हम पढ़ लिख के क्या किया हम लोगों ने. बाबा जी बाबा जी बाबा जी, पांव हाथ लगाते हो. एक बाबा जी क्या करें, बाबा जी क्या करें, कहते बेटा प्रीत करो प्रीत करो प्रीत करो. एक बाबा प्रीत बेच रहा है, एक बाबा हनी बेच रहा है, एक बाबा हनी प्रीत मिक्स करके बेच रहा है. सर कमाल हो गई साहब. मैं कह रहा हूं कि आप जाके जीवनियां तो पढ़ो. मैं आपको गुरु नानक, ही फॉट अगेंस्ट सुपरस्टिशन, आपको गुरु नानक की सिर्फ एक बात शेयर करता हूं. गुरु नानक एक बारी हरिद्वार गए, सुने हो ना तो साहब, हरिद्वार गए तो देख रहे थे वो सब वहां पर पानी जल चढ़ा रहे हैं, जल चढ़ा रहे हैं. तो गुरु नानक ने उल्टी तरफ घूम के दूसरी उल्टी तरफ पानी फेंकना चालू कर दिया. तो सब ने गुरु नानक को देख के हंसना शुरू कर दिया. बोले आप क्या कर रहे हो साहब, आप तो उल्टा काम कर रहे हो, पानी तो उधर फेंकना होता, आप कहां फेंक रहे हो पानी. तो गुरु नानक सेड, मैं तो अपने खेतों को पानी फेंक रहा हूं भाई. बोले तुम्हारे खेत कहां हैं, बोले पंजाब में. बोले पंजाब पहुंच जाएगा. बोले तुम्हारा पानी अगर वहां पहुंच जाएगा तो पंजाब मेरा क्यों नहीं पहुंचेगा. साहब मैं आपसे छोटी बात, एक छोटी सी बात कहता हूं. विश्वास इंसान को ताकत देता है, अंधविश्वास इंसान को कमजोर बनाता है. आर यू विद मी. मैं दोबारा से बात कहता हूं, विश्वास इंसान को ताकत देता है, अंधविश्वास इंसान को कमजोर बनाता है. मेरे पास बेटा वो सुपरस्टिशन का कागज है तेरे पास, आप ये एक नोट कर लो. If I have it, I'll show it to you right now. There is an article in India today, January issue of 2018. 2018. Note kar lijiye aap. This is an article on superstition and astrology. And इस आर्टिकल में लिखा है, because of superstition in South India, especially Bangalore, Hyderabad, Madras, natural childbirth has gone down by 80%. Natural childbirth has gone down by 80%. And he said 80% of childbirth there is done through C-section operation. You know why? Some astrologers said, this is good time to pull out the kid. Hello? This is good time to pull out the kid. और यहां पर हम लोग जाते हैं, बाबा जी पांव पकड़े, जेल में उसको होना चाहिए, बाबा जी बैठ के लगे हो, बाबा जी। एक बाबा पूछता है, कल जलेबी खाई थी? नहीं खाई, यही प्रॉब्लम है। कल गोलगप्पे खाए थे? हाँ खाए थे। उसके चटनी कौन सी खाई थी? हरी या लाल? बोला लाल, यही प्रॉब्लम है। साहब आप लोग हंस रहे हो, जानते हो पढ़े लिखे MBA PhD यही कुछ कर रहे हैं साहब। दैट इज अ सैड पार्ट। मैं एक बार एयरपोर्ट जा रहा था, मैम कुड यू ओपन दिस फॉर मी? मैं एक बार एयरपोर्ट जा रहा था, थैंक यू मैम। तो ड्राइवर ने जोर से ब्रेक लगा दिया साहब। द कार केम टू अ स्क्रीचिंग हॉल्ट। मेरा असिस्टेंट आगे धक्केगा, मेरी किताब उड़ गई। आई आस्क्ड हिम कि भैया क्या हो गया? कहते साहब बिल्ली रास्ता काट गई। बिल्ली रास्ता काट गई। तो मैंने कहा भाई अब क्या होगा? कहता अब शगुन है साहब, अब शगुन है, कुछ नुकसान हो जाएगा। मैं गाड़ी रोक देता हूं साहब। मैंने कहा मेरी फ्लाइट मिस होगी तो बहुत नुकसान हो जाएगा आज। देन आई आस्क्ड हिम कि भैया कब तक गाड़ी रोकोगे? कहता जब तक दूसरा नहीं निकल जाए। तो आई सेड फिर उसका नुकसान हो जाएगा? बोले दैट्स हिज प्रॉब्लम, कोई उसकी, दैट इज हिज प्रॉब्लम। साहब ध्यान से सुनिए, he had answered to everything as if he had done a mastery on Billy. तो मैंने उसको एक बात पूछी कि मैंने कहा भैया एक बात बताओ, क्योंकि ड्राइवर से मेरी हिंदी में बात हो रही थी। तो मैंने कहा भैया अगर हम 15 गज पहले होते, सपोजिंग, और बिल्ली निकल चुकी होती और आपने बिल्ली को नहीं देखा होता, तो इन दैट केस आप ही सीधा निकल जाते और आपकी गाड़ी फर्स्ट होती, फिर क्या करते? कहता साहब उस हालत में बिल्ली की पावर कम हो जाती है साहब, बिल्ली की पावर कम हो जाती है साहब। आप लोग हंस रहे हैं। सैड पार्ट इज दैट एजुकेटेड पीपल आर बिहेविंग लाइक दिस टुडे। दिस इज रियली सैड। मेरा सिर्फ एक ही कहना है आपसे कि जिंदगी में जिस इंसान ने कभी ऊपर जाना है, ही एक्सेप्ट्स रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी। आप देखें जिंदगी हमेशा ऊपर 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 नहीं जाती है, जिंदगी में उतार चढ़ाव दोनों आते हैं। यस नो, लाइफ इज ए रोलर कोस्टर। यस नो, ओके। सी, when there is a downturn in life, people who are going to get somewhere in life, they analyze, evaluate, and they ask, if a similar situation came again, will I behave the same way? If the answer is yes, means you haven't learned anything. They learn from it, accept responsibility, and they don't repeat their mistakes. But a person who's not getting anywhere, when things go wrong, you know what they do? they say, not my fault, my stars are not favoring me. He will never accept responsibility, and he will keep repeating the same mistake again and again and again and again. And then he says, I am unlucky. मैं एक webinar कर रहा था in the past almost 20 months. I have done 100 and almost 78 webinars. And one person asked me a question on the webinar कि कई लोग जाते हैं दर्शन के लिए and they stand in line 10-10, 12-12 घंटे दर्शन के लिए लाइन में लगे रहते हैं साहब. Many places they do. And you respect sentiments, don't get me wrong. 15-15 घंटे लाइन में लगे रहते हैं दर्शन के लिए. ये विश्वास है या अंधविश्वास है? What is it? He asked me. Is it faith or blind faith? What is it? So, here is my answer. I told the man, I said, look, every day I leave home, I pray. Why do I pray? Because I believe in God. Why do I believe in God? Have I seen God? Who is God? What is God? Where is God? Do I have answer to them? No, I don't have an answer. Then if I have no answer, then why do I believe in God? This is andhvishwas, is it not? Wait a minute. साहब मेरे साथ सवाल जवाब हुआ तो मैंने कहा साहब ऐसा है. I don't have answers to these, but then why do I believe in God? I believe because this universe, the earth, the moon, the sun, the planet, the flora and the fauna, everything out there, there are so many things that are unexplained, जिनकी कोई explanation नहीं है. Now anything that is unexplained can be either a miracle or a mystery. Are you with me? It can either be a miracle or a mystery. Now I don't know which one it is, but all this universe, planet, space, flora, fauna, everything, this is not the creation of any human being. This is not the creation of any human being. So, it is superhuman. If it is superhuman, there has to be a superpower. Are you with me? If it is superhuman, there's got to be a superpower. I don't know what that superpower is, but that superpower is what I call God. That's my answer. But in the last 45 years, 50 years, barring 4, 5, 6 times, I have never gone to any temple. And I feel very strongly that 90% people who go to temples, they go there more out of fear than out of faith. अरे ये नहीं करोगे ये हो जाएगा, ये नहीं करोगे ये हो जाएगा, ये नहीं करोगे ये हो जाएगा, ये नहीं करोगे ये हो जाएगा. They go there out of fear than out of faith. Folks, when you believe in that superpower, you should become stronger, not weaker. ये तो ताकत देने वाली चीज है यार, कमजोर बनाने वाली थोड़ी चीज है. You know something, एक छोटी सी, अरे लास्ट कहानी बोलूंगा, लास्ट वाली. You see, in my You Can Win, I have mentioned a little story on David and Goliath. That 9-foot big giant was bullying, harassing the kids. And one day, a 17-year-old shepherd boy came and he asked his brothers, why don't you fight the giant? And all the brothers said, David, don't you see He's too big to hit. 9-foot, huge giant. All the brothers said, David, don't you see he's too big to hit? David said, no. He's not too big to hit. He's too big to miss. He is too big to miss. And after with a sling, he killed the giant. And all the brothers came to David and they asked him, how did you kill him? And the David's answer was, you people were comparing your size to his size. As compared to your size, he was pretty big. But I was never comparing his size to my size. He said, I was always comparing his size to my partner's size. My partner was with me. And he says, as compared to my partner, he looked pretty small. Rest is history, no problem. Folks, with those words, it's almost 8 o'clock. Folks, I am very grateful to all of you. मैं एक चीज कहना चाहूँगा कि हमारे को अपने देश पे बहुत गर्व है इस चीज का कि during this pandemic, it is time to give. God has blessed us with a good house, good food, but many people don't have it. It is time to share with them and give. And there is one community which has been honored. आपने शायद न्यूज़ में पढ़ा होगा कई बारी, by the government of Canada, United States, UK, Australia, New Zealand. All governments all over the world have honored one community for the humanitarian service. And guess which community is that? It is the Sikh community of India. They have been honored all over the world for their humanitarian service. You know why? Because their foundation is caring, sharing, daring. They're caring people, they care. They're sharing people, they share. Sharing is not new. It goes from Guru Nanak's time. The concept of langar goes back 500 years. They share, and they're daring people. They have guts to fight also. They're daring people. And the best part is, Sikhi stands of 3 pillars. Nam Jap, Vanchak, Khiratkar. Nam Jap, pray to God. And Vanchak is the concept of sharing. And 3, Khiratkar. Khiratkar is the dignity of labor. मेहनत करके इंसान रोटी कमाता है. And work hard. No work is small. No work is small. साहब, आप तो बहुत तजर्बेदार 4 लोग बैठे हैं यहाँ पे. आपने जिंदगी में आज तक कभी किसी सरदार को भीख मांगते देखा है? जानते हो क्यों? Because they will never beg. They will clean your shoes, they will wash your bathroom, they will clean the नाली छाप कर देगा, लेकिन भीख नहीं मांगेगा. You know, ये अहंकार नहीं है. This is humility, this is dignity of labor. This is dignity. And the best part is, in the Sikhs, there is no caste. इसी कास्ट ने जात को मरवा दिया इस देश को. सरदारों में कास्ट नहीं होती. हर सरदार का लास्ट नेम सिंह है. हर सरदार जो औरत है उसका नाम कौर होता है. There is no other name. And मजे की बात देखिए, they have gotten out of superstition. सरदारों में कोई पत्री नहीं मिलाते, सरदारों में कोई मंगलिक नहीं होता, कोई शुभ मुहूर्त नहीं होता. जाके देखिए, हर सरदार की शादी सिर्फ संडे को होती है. संडे को सूट नहीं करता, सैटरडे को कर देते हैं. सैटरडे को सूट नहीं करता, they do it on Friday. साहब, इस देश में if we had followed the principles of the Sikh philosophy instead of our own constitution, this country would have been totally a different country here. Absolutely a different country. With those words, folks, God bless you. Thank you very much. I just need to, I have a couple of things. Oops. कहाँ गए? दो थैले लाना भैया, बैग्स, बेटा बैग लाओ. Folks, I'd like to hand over Mr. P.K. Sinha my book. कौन सी किताब है भाई? You Can Achieve More. और ये मग निकालिए, खोलिए. Where is Mr. Sinha?
Sir, he is online with us.
Oh, he's not here. Oh, he's not here. So well, then. Okay, you can hand over to him. And Mr. Dubey. Okay, sir. खोलो जरा इस ये लाइए लाइए. Sir, this is a jewelry box with a magnetic lid and two bone china mugs inside. You can win. And after you take them out, they are padded for protection for jewelry. And दीजिए भाई किताब, किताब दे दीजिए सर को, थैला दे दीजिए. This bag. And there's another. Thank you, sir. Mr. Sinha, another Sinha. Oh, okay. Mr. S.S. Sinha. Okay.
There are 3 Sinhas here.
Oh, 3 Sinhas here. Mr. S.S. Sinha. Sir, same thing here. A book and a mug for you, sir. Jewelry box. And I'd like to thank Mr. Charles also for coordinating. Mr. Acha, Mr. Anandya Sinha. Yes, sir. Where's Mr. Sinha, sir? Oh, okay, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm grateful to you, sir. Thank you for the hospitality. Thank you, sir. And Mr. Charles, bag hai kya? Like, I have a, sir, book for you and a mug. ये ठीक है, ये mug sir को दे दीजिए. Thank you, sir. And ma'am, a small little item I have here. This is a, you can win wristbands. If you like, I can just put one for you. And would you like to wear this?
Yes, sure. And then getting it from you is a privilege, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. If you like, you can. Would you like to have them? You can pass it on. देख लीजिए आप. Anybody else wants these bags? Wristbands आप दे दीजिएगा. In case जबरदस्ती मत कीजिएगा भाई, जिसको चाहिए होगा वो उनको दे दीजिएगा. Folks, thank you very much. I'll hand over the mic to you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for your wisdom words. Friends, nothing could have been more positive, astounding and propelling than this positive note by Shri SHIV KHERA sir in the ending session of our SHRAM conference, HR conference 2021. We are really obliged to have you, sir, with us tonight in this evening, and really blessed to listen to you. We are really charged up, aren't we? Yes or no? A big round of applause then again. Thank you so much, sir. May I request our directors, functional directors to kindly come up on the stage. Shri Anindya Sinha sir, Shri R.N. Dubey sir and Shri S. Sinha sir. Sir, we kindly invite you on the dais. Sir, we have had many technical sessions since yesterday of collaborating, human beings with digitalization and artificial intelligence. But I was wondering whether it is going to satiate our needs or not. But I found an answer in your session that man is always going to prevail over machine, and as it is said, and a machine can perform the jobs of many ordinary men. A machine can perform the jobs of many ordinary men, but no machine can ever perform the job of even a single extraordinary man. Man is always required behind the machine. The only thing needed is to be an extraordinary man, and sir has provided us the insight to know our true potential and manifest into the finest versions of ourselves. Thank you so much, sir. I would now request our convener for SHRAM 2021, Shri Charles Juster, sir, to kindly bring up the autograph pad wherein we have got the favorite quote of sir, the key message that he wants to deliver to all of us, to be autographed by him. That is something, a great takeaway for all of us. And I would like to read the quote for all of you. And it reads, winners see the gains and losers see the pain. Winners see the gain and losers see the pain. With this, I would again like to request before we proceed ahead, we have got a few awards to be given away to people who have really made this SHRAM 2021 possible. A ground reality. We have got, they are no one from our organization, but they are associates who have helped us turn this dream into reality, and I would like to invite them on the dais, and I would request our Director Technical Operations, Dr. Anindya Sinha sir, to kindly come up, sir, and give away the prizes, the awards. I would request all the dignitaries to kindly give away the prizes all together, sir. I would request all the dignitaries to be there. I would again repeat, they are none from our organizations, but people who have worked day and night to make this possible. And I call upon Anurag Bhartiya from Anand Printers. Shri Anurag Bharti from Anand Printers, who have made beautiful, designed beautiful logo for SHRAM, printed flags and banners, beautifully arranged them, and all the beauty that you can see arranged in is by the Anand Printers, Anurag Bharti, the man behind. We request you to come up on the dais and receive away the prize. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The other in line is Shri Ram Naresh Kushwaha from Kushwaha Tent House. Shri Ram Naresh Kushwaha from Kushwaha Tent House. It was not an easy job, believe me. He and his team has worked day and night. Week-long efforts that has made it possible. Shri Naresh Kushwaha receiving the prize, the award from Kushwaha Tent House. The next in line is Shri Prem Raj. Anything that is audible from the stage is all because of him. A big round of applause for his encouragement. Prem Sound, Raj Electrical Sound Service, Shri Prem Raj ji. The beautiful background score playing and making us all audible from the stage is the man, Prem Raj. I now invite Shri Rahul Jain from Mittal Gift House. Shri Rahul Jain from Mittal Gift House, making the conference a memorable one by presenting beautiful token of mementos and gifts, awards that are being delivered from the stage. Shri Rahul Jain from Mittal Gift House. I would call out Chhatilal Gupta from Raj Arts. Shri Chhatilal Gupta ji from Raj Arts. The next in line is Shri Samir Das from Calcutta Gardening House and Suppliers. The beautiful stage decoration, the floral decoration inside and outside. And an associate for every event, Shri Samir Das from Calcutta Gardening House and Supplier. And calling the next awardee भूखे भजन न होए गोपाला, जिन्होंने हमारे चाय पानी की व्यवस्था, भोजन की व्यवस्था किया है. The man from ICH, Shri P.S. Suresh Babu from Indian Coffee House. Have really coordinated well and done a fantastic job. All the 7 awardees, I congratulate them all. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir. The event has really become a memorable one. We are going to remember it for long, especially the last keynote address by our eminent speaker, Shri SHIV KHERA sir. May I request Director Technical Operations, Dr. Anind Sinha sir, to kindly present him a token of love, respect, so that he cherishes the memory of visiting Northern Coalfields Limited forever, a token of love and gratitude, a small memento, a piece of love. जोरदार तालियां प्लीज. Had it not been so, the event would have had some vacuum, I believe. Thank you so much, sir, once again on behalf of entire NCL family and HR fraternity from NCL as well as from the companies nearby. I extend warm thanks to you on behalf of everyone. May I now request the convener for SHRAM 2021, Shri Charles Juster Saab, to kindly present a token of love and respect to all the dignitaries on the dais. Dr. Anind Sinha sir, Director Technical Operations, who has been with us in the inaugural session as well as in the closing ceremony. A small token as a mark of love and gratitude to Shri R.N. Dubey sir, Director Finance and Human Resources, Northern Coalfields Limited. And the same to Shri S.S. Sinha sir, Director Technical Projects and Planning. Thank you so much, sir. And with this, we also have Shri Soni Saab with us. I will request our convener, Shri Charles Juster Saab, to kindly present him with a token of remembrance, gratitude, small memento to sir on behalf of entire organizers and NCL family. We also have Madam Sonali Jha with us, who has travelled all the way long from Bangalore to attend the seminar, and we are overwhelmed with your gracious presence. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now to propose the vote of thanks, I would like to invite on the dais Shri Dr. Anind Sinha sir, Director Technical Operations, Northern Coalfields Limited, to kindly propose the vote of thanks. Thank you so much.
Namaskar. What a conference it is. The conference which has been started by our Honorable Chairman, Coal India Limited, and concluded by the eminent speaker, SHIV KHERA sir. Such a conference which brings the hall full of participants, audience, with good venue, with good food, with good hospitality, with good proceedings. I think a conference like this, which Northern Coalfield Limited is organizing for the first time in the coal fraternity, particularly in Coal India Limited, Singrauli HR Conference SHRAM 2021, a grand success. Industrial Revolution 4.0, competing through people matrix, the topic of the conference. By now, throughout the 2 days proceedings, you might be knowing different aspects of HR matrix particularly. And this shows a new beginning for all HR professionals in the company, in Coal India and beyond. A new thinking, a new concept to be taken forward by you all. Now, starting with the vote of thanks, at the beginning, I, on behalf of Northern Coalfield Limited, convey my deepest regard and heartfelt gratitude to our beloved Chairman Coal India Limited, Shri Pramod Kumar Agarwal sir, and Srimati Dr. Renu Agarwal, the First Lady of Coal India family, for having given us the proud privilege to have them amongst us on the inaugural session of this auspicious occasion. Sir, your leadership inspires and enthuses each one of us by right spirit. We are blessed by your gracious presence and for sparing the special moments shared with us from your busy schedule. What we do for ourselves dies with us. What we do for others and the world remains and is immortal. This is the underlying philosophy and vision shared by our chairman, sir, to match the best of this world. We are greatly encouraged and immensely benefited by your inspiring address. We pledge to follow you to the letter, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir and madam. I am deeply grateful to Sri Prabhat Kumar Sinha, our beloved CMD, Chairman cum Managing Director, Northern Coalfield Limited, and Mahanadi Coalfield Limited, for conceptualizing this Singrauli HR conference at NCL and being the energy to fuel and power Team NCL. Sir, your able leadership and motivation has guided the NCL team to make the conference a constructive and mindset transforming event that will be a trendsetter for the way forward for NCL. Thank you very much, sir. I convey my sincere gratitude to Sri Binay Ranjan, Director Personnel and IR, Coal India Limited, for your kind presence and who helps to steer the Coal India human metrics from behind the driving wheels. You have truly inspired us through your presentation in this conference. Thank you, sir. NCL will always remember you, your valuable help rendered from time to time. Thank you very much, sir. I convey my deep appreciation to director personals from different subsidiary companies who attended this conference and who made this conference a success in different sessions, particularly Director Personnel Mahanadi Coalfield Limited, Sri Kesav Rao, Sri Mallikarjun, Director Personnel BCCL and CCL, Sri Chandan De, Director Personnel and Director Finance ECL, Sri Dr. Sanjay Kumar, Director Personnel WCL, and our beloved Sri Sanjeev Soni, former Director Finance Coal India Limited and presently Advisor Coal India Limited, for your kind presence. Thank you, sir and madam. You are present here throughout this conference. NCL will remember you for your valuable contribution in this conference. A big thank you to my fellow directors, Sri Ram Narayan Dubey sir, Director Finance and Director Personnel, Sri S.S. Sinha, Subrat Sekhar Sinha sir, Director Technical Projects and Planning, for lending their dedicated support and guidance in all phases and all domains. They have held the NCL flag high on all occasions and stood tall to energize Team NCL. A special thanks to Sri R.N. Dubey, Director Personnel NCL, for organizing first HR conference from 2021. A big round of applause for him particularly. We owe the essence of guidance to the inspiration lent by my better half, Srimati Suchandra Sinha, and their better halves, Madam Lakshmi Dubey and Madam Sanju Sinha. Thank you for your presence here. A big thank you to Sri Manoj Kumar Singh, ED Coordination and TS2 Chairman Coal India Limited, whose presence in the inaugural session added special favor to this conference. NCL will always remember you, your valuable help rendered from time to time. I also extend a very hearty vote of thanks to all area general managers, headquarter general managers and HODs for making the Coal India vision a reality in real time that helped our silos loading the black diamond onto the wagons rake after rake, that helping the country to swim through the coal crisis. Thank you be a part of this conference. I also wish to express my gratitude to the respected JCC members and CMOI representative for their kind and wholehearted support when required the most for smooth functioning of NCL, overcoming hurdles and negotiating problems with the right solutions at all times. Most importantly, I heartily thanks our learned, innovative speakers for making the conference so interesting and thought-provoking. We assure you, sir, that your visions, your concept, your perceptions have been well absorbed by the distinguished delegates and HR professionals from different companies and will be brought to its reality. I also thank the delegates for being a part of the Singrauli HR conference from 2021 and hope they are sincerely benefited by the proceedings of the conference. I congratulate all the HR Excellence Award recipients for their exceptional works in various fields and wish them good luck in the future endeavors. Well, ladies and gentlemen, an event like this cannot happen overnight. The wheels started rolling weeks ago and it requires planning and a bird's eye for details. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated officers of Personnel, Town Administration, E&T, wings of Northern Coalfield Limited, led by Sri Charles Duster, GM Personnel, and convener of the SHRAM 2021. A big applause for him, please. Sri Ramesh Singh, General Manager Administration, to name a few. their vibrant teams, and young brigades, without whose effort the conference would not have shaped the way it is. A big round of applause for such a wonderful world-class setup. May it be venue, the models, the decorations, the food, the cultural program, and last but not the least, the quality of proceedings. It was simply great. Thank you all. My sincere thanks to the PR department and print and electronic media for their presence and giving excellent coverage to this event. Now, I have the most important, my special hearty thanks to NCL staffs for their support, dedication and teamwork and untiring efforts. They all worked seemingly shoulder to shoulder to make this event successful. At the end, just I want to pay my regards, my sincere thanks to our beloved speaker, our energy giver, our motivator, and a person of our stature, Shri SHIV KHERA Sahab. Sir, your presence has made this evening a grand success. We are happy to host you here, sir, and hopefully we are going to meet you shortly once again in Northern Coalfield Limited, sir. And this time we expect that you have to have no time limit specified earlier. We want to hear you as long as you can. Sir, thank you once again. At the end, I once again thank you all this distinguished August gathering on the historic occasion. We thank you all for being with us. It's been a great pleasure. See you soon in next Singrauli HR conference in SHRAM 2022. By that time, goodbye, keep well, and be happy. Thank you, bye.
Thank you so much, sir. Really, the induction effect of the positivity of Shri SHIV KHERA sir is going to last forever. We'll cherish the moment, sir. Thank you once again, one and all. May we proceed for the high tea. Thank you so much. Everyone is requested to join for a